Hey guys, welcome back to OttoEx, channel here on YouTube where we feature some interesting, unusual, and perhaps rare vehicles from around the world. In front of me today is a really cool van. This is a Ford Econoline E350. That's the Super Duty, heavy duty chassis. This is a model year 2000, and this was converted in 2006 by Sportsmobile into a coach camper van. This is a really rare and special van. Stayed with its its previous owner since 2003 all the way up to present day. And it is truly immaculate. This was used to tow Ferrari race cars to various circuit races all across the country. And it was lovingly owned, always garage kept, and just really well taken care of. There's a few things that makes this van really special, and we're going to get into those throughout the video. We're going to walk around the outside, the inside, and then we'll even take it for a drive, and we'll give you the whole rundown on it. So this was purchased in 2003 by the main owner that owned this van from 03 to 2025. This was originally spec'd from Ford as an E350 XLT. It's a 10-passenger van. This is the long body, so the extended body, and powered by Ford's Power Stroke 7.3 turbo diesel V8 engine. These were very rare vans. Even back in the day, it was hard to find one of these. And so they're even more rare today. This one only has 124,000 miles on it. It's truly a very cool and unique van. There's a few interesting features about the exterior, which we're going to get into. So it's finished in its original silver metallic paint. This is original paint, never been repainted, and it's just super clean. Like I said, garage kept for most of its life. Before 2003, it was a church van in Virginia that just hauled people to and from church. It only accrued about 40-something thousand miles doing that in its first 3 years of life, and then it was picked up by its next owner, who used it to tow his Ferrari to and from racetracks, and eventually had this converted. It went to Sportsmobile, Texas in 2006, where it was then converted into what you see now, and put on the Adventurer top. They did a full build out inside, which has just about every creature comfort that you could have put in one of these back in 06 by Sportsmobile, and just super pride of ownership. A lot of nice extra touches. So we'll start with this because this is probably drawing your attention, wondering what that could be. That is a secured and locked generator box that was added by Sportsmobile. See if we can open it up for you. This is a generator box. Yes, it houses a Honda EU 2000 generator, which is ready to go. The van can hook up to this to run various things. It can start your rear coach AC system as well, among other things. So that is a really nice touch that was added by Sportsmobile. Of course, down here, we've got a few additional things like more AC outlets. This is your waste tank where you hook up your hose. It has a built-in macerator pump, so you just can hook up any kind of garden hose. It actually comes with all that equipment, and you flip the switch and then it'll macerate and drain your tank. You don't have to deal with the big, thick sewer hoses of old. It's got a Fiamma awning. That's one of the mounts for the feet of the awning up there. Color-matched awning. Coming around the back side, we've got a rear left door mounted spare with a color-matched cover and a hitch step. This is totally set up to tow about 10,000 pounds, and it has the brake controller and everything you'd need to do that. This van has been serviced like a Swiss watch. It runs like a Swiss watch, and simply it's ready to go. This is your city water connection here for when you're at a campground. And we've got some additional connections here. This is your, these are your cable outlets, which appear to have never been opened. And your 30 amp power supply and your fuel for diesel. Note, it has all the factory EB windows, so the Ford windows, and they all, some of them pop out to ventilate. Let's take a look inside the driver's side. Really nice road rest armrests were added by the owner. We've got a brake controller here, various switches that control various things. It was all really, it's a really bespoke setup by this owner. It's got a full-time rear view backup camera. It's got a dash cam running there, a DVD player here, a DVD player in the back. The laundry list of items on this van is quite extensive and thoughtful. As you can see, these seats are in immaculate shape. We've got, for the driver's side, an all-weather floor mat here. Oh, nice, we got spotlights now. Up front, you've got, speaking of spotlights, we've got two KC headlights up there mounted in the bumper and a nice big bug deflector. The paint is near perfect. No body damage, no accident history, no rust. It has been upgraded to 17.5 inch Alcoa wheels. These are alloy wheels, so he could run heavier duty tires, which would reduce the risk of blowing out when you've got heavy loads to tow and just heavy loads in general. These are heavy vans. This is one of the most heavy duty vans that was ever made. It's a proper body on frame chassis, which is not common for a van. And not to mention the V8 7.3 liter turbo diesel engine, which they stopped putting in these vans in 03. This is a 2000, making it a little bit more special because for the 2000 model year, and perhaps one or two other years, I'm not sure, but I know it wasn't 03. This has a rear full floating axle, which is behind this center cap, making this rear axle just about as heavy duty as you're going to want to get with these. It's a really nice feature and a nice touch. Not all these vans, these Ford 7.3 E350s, have a rear full floater from the factory. So it's just nice that this one has one. It's really set up to do the task. Really any task you throw at it, it's ready. We've got another road rest armrest here. And looking inside passenger side, again, immaculate seats. These seats were all, of course, redone by Sportsmobile in 06. So what you're seeing on the interior is representative of a 2006 Sportsmobile build. They have these really nice snap floor covers all throughout, and they are also in very good shape. Let's try to take a look in the back now, because I know you guys are waiting for that. So we'll do that. We've got your standard Econoline doors rather than a slider. And then of course Sportsmobile's Touch, which has these little drop-down tray tables with additional storage behind, really to make great use out of the dead space that would be otherwise behind the door card. This one's got a few little odds and ends just to show you the pride of ownership. This is a Motorcraft cooling system additive. And for those of you who don't know, these 7.3 diesel engines that were built by Navistar or International, Harvester International, the early ones at least were more prone to cylinder cavitation, which is where basically when the coolant kind of eats away at the block and the cylinders. So best practice by Ford is to add that Motorcraft additive to your coolant every year or two, along with doing regular coolant service, and that prevents that. And then you really never run into that issue with your with cavitation. So for those of you Ford heads out there, you probably know that, and if you didn't, well, now you do. And this van has been taken care of. Came with that, and it's got an extensive over-service records of maintenance. This was over-serviced. So okay, you're all waiting to see the inside. I'm met with a third jump seat, which unbolts out, and then of course there's more snap rings, so an additional piece of carpet would go there and it would be open space. The van comes complete with 3 seats as well as belts under that bench. Let's turn some lights on in here so you can see what's going on. Okay, let's try that again. All right, so looking inside, we've got, I think this is an EB40 layout. It's kind of a custom layout. We've got all the blueprints and the whole design as was put together by Sportsmobile. It was really custom put together by the owner and designed exactly how he wanted it, which is really cool because this is a layout you're probably not gonna really see too much of or really another one out there. It's not just your standard RB50 layout. So it's got a lengthwise sofa which pulls out to become a bed, and that's your main bed. Okay, up above me, we've got open shelves on the east and west sides here. You've got day and night shades. These shades pull down, so that's your night mode, and then you've got your day mode. I'm not gonna do it with one hand, it really should be done with 2 hands, but you get the idea, and it's like that on both sides. And then, of course, we've got some nicer, thicker covers for the front windows and a windshield cover, and you've got this which pulls across, gives you some privacy there to separate your cab from your coach. All right, so this is your cab, and now we're back in the coach. So you've got these really nice lights, you've got push and twist lock cabinets. This overhead cabinet stores all of your bedding. Comes included with bedding, extra curtains here with all the snap rings and clean sheets and bedding. So that's kind of your linen closet. You could also just repurpose it for other things if you wanted, but that's what it's been primarily used for up until now. Overhead here, we've got all the manuals, and I'm just gonna give you just a brief overview because there's so much that comes with this van. Airlift wireless airbags in the back. You've got your Sportsmobile owner's manual with all the records. You've got a Haynes repair manual as well as Ford shop manuals. Here are all of the kind of guidelines, operating guidelines for prolong the life of this vehicle. It's all been customized and written up for this particular van. A few cool articles in here. There's even the original eBay ad. It's really cool. A few magazine clip outs from back in the day. This was, he did a lot of research before he purchased this van. Here it is. This is the original van from eBay Motors, April 14th, 2003. This was basically a screen cap of the webpage printout. And there's the ad. It's just really cool that all of this was kept intact. The story of the van is fully intact. I have never really seen a vehicle that comes with such an intact story. Here's all the pricing and schemas for, how you would design your own Sportsmobile on Sportsmobile's website back in September 2006, and I believe the build was completed on this by Sportsmobile in December of 2006 with stuff. It's quite amazing. There's more binders of receipts and everything you could want, all the owner's manuals, all the receipts, every repair that was ever done on this van. It's just pretty amazing. Really nice Corian countertop here with a cutout cutting board. Your sink is there. All the systems are a go. This even has the the Danhard rear air, which runs out here. It's all housed in here, and You can kick that on when you're either plugged into shore power or you've got the generator running. Looks like our bathroom door opened up during transit. Let's close that. I'll show you guys that later. So we've got overhead cabinets here with a bunch of extras in them. Geez, there's so much stuff that comes with this van. It comes with a tuner or two. You've got Wine Guard wireless TVs, so you can get cable channels over the air with this TV. This also has a built-in DVD player. It's really tremendous. Also, these little reading lights which switch on. And there's another one there and one up there. This is a towel holder. Got kind of extensive under cab, under sink, some storage here. That's the generator compartment, the inner part of that. And you've got that's your electric hot water heater. So it's got onboard hot water for your shower. So up here is a really nice touch. Again, the layout of this thing is pretty sweet. So take a look at that. It's a full floor to ceiling slide out pantry. Those are awesome. Let's see, we've got a little cubby here for more storage next to your microwave, which is above your fridge. This is a Norcold fridge, for those wondering, and you've got your little fold-down freezer as well. Okay, let's see here. Back here is a shelf to put more stuff, and then we've got some more storage, the original headlight housings. Right now it's got some, excuse me, HID housings. And then a bigger closet here. It's got a few shelves and your factory Ford shop manuals there. Geez, this thing's cool. All right, let's take a look in the bathroom. Got a bifold door here. Full toilet, black tank. Shower head, 2 positions up here. Little towel holder. And then you can also extend this to kind of go outside the doorway, so you can have basically more room over the threshold to do your rinsing and such. This is all fiberglass lined, even the inside of the door. Really, really cool stuff. Just a really rare build. If you guys have ever seen a build like this from Sportsmobile, let me know, because I haven't quite seen one just like this. Okay, so let's put some of these things back up, but that's kind of the general overview of this rare and amazing Ford E350 2000 Sportsmobile van. We're just about out of sunlight, but I'll see if I can start it up for you, because I'm sure you guys want to hear that engine purring. So let's just swing over to turn some of these lights off, and we'll swing over to the driver's seat and we'll fire it up. The Ford factory key here comes with a bunch of them. No stone left unturned with this van. If you've been looking for one of these, this is probably the one you want. headlight. I'll show you some more of the operating features of the van. We've got A-pillar gauge pods, RPM, so you've got your tach, transmission temperature, boost gauge, and pyrometer, or EGTs. We've also got a full-time running backup camera with your stereo, and a full-time running front dash cam. This replaces what would have been an old dome light, so you still do get dome light features here, but you also have a really cool drop-down DVD player as well. So if you've got passengers sitting in the back, and it comes with wireless headphones, so if you've got passengers sitting back there, you can just kind of chill and have them watch a movie, kids or whatever. It's also got a 4-inch exhaust for some better engine breathing and all that fun stuff. Let's see if we can take it for a little cruise here. I'll showcase the extra bright headlights. As you can see them blaring out there, they're way better than the stock 2000 Econoline headlight housings and bulbs. We'll take it for a little ride around. It currently has a tow tune on it, but comes with a tuner, so you can just plug in and change that to whatever tune you want. There are no engine modifications other than just the tune, so he could tow a little bit better and efficiently. But it's got plenty of power. Just had a bunch of front end work done, including ball joints and all of that stuff. We've, of course, got receipts and maintenance records for everything. It also has had additional sound deadening under the hood and in the cab behind the doghouse. All of the places where you'd kind of get extra noise from, because you do have a big 7.3 liter V8 clattering away right next to your knees. So the owner went ahead and took care of all that. So it runs quite a bit quieter in here in the cab. I'm sure you guys can probably hear, that it's not super loud. But make no mistake, this is a big, heavy-duty E350 with a big turbo diesel engine. So don't expect it to drive or sound like a Prius. Got plenty of power, plenty of torque. Steering is straight down the line. Brakes feel great, on the money. The transmission, no issues there. Shifts strong and smooth, no clunking or slipping. It's had ultra regular transmission service. Maybe every 20 or 30,000 miles the transmission was serviced. So it's really been over-maintained. I honestly think you're going to have a tough time finding an Econoline E350 7.3 that's been as well maintained and cared for as this one, just because of the pride of ownership and the attention to detail that this particular owner put into this van. he didn't mess around. Like I said, it was used to tow sports cars and race cars to tracks and races, pro-am races. So not, you know, your local track day, but real actual races. This is one of those vehicles that's kind of like a unicorn or a diamond in the rough, although that's what we specialize in. This one is quite exceptional. It's just, you know, here we are in North America. This is a domestic vehicle that was sold only in North America, and this is just one of the rare ones. You know, you could search the whole country now, maybe only find a handful of 7.3 E350s, but to find one that's this well cared for, abuse-free, and thoughtfully converted by Sportsmobile to be a comfortable and useful camping vehicle. It's just, you won't find one. And if you want to take it the next step and have it 4x4 converted, well, that's really up to the next owner. There's a bunch of good shops out there that can do that and make that happen. So really, the way you want to, it's kind of more of a blank canvas as far as that goes. For me, I'd probably just rock it in two-wheel drive. It's just really nice this way, and I don't know, maybe down the line a 4x4 conversion would just bring it up to the next level, make it more of an overland-centric rig. But right now, it's just, it'll tow your cars, it'll tow whatever you want. You can use it, travel across the country, all over the world with it. With the current setup, you're probably going to get maybe 15 to 17 miles per gallon, which is way better than the V10s or the V8s, which are more right around 10 miles per gallon. And then the service life of these 7.3s is just longer. They last